Thank you, Mike. Well, 1 month after the Veteran Affairs scandal broke, the cries for VA Secretary Eric Shinseki's resignation have grown louder and louder by the day. But one person has been very vocal in his disagreement, telling those who are calling for a pink slip, be careful what you wish for. He joins us now. That's Colonel Ralph Peters. He's a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and Fox News strategic analyst and a great friend of the show. Colonel Peters, always great to see you here on the show. Over the past few weeks, of course, you know that the calls for his resignation getting louder and louder. You say he needs to stay. Why?
Well, he certainly needs to stay unless somebody can give me the name of somebody who's going to do a better job. I mean, it just outrages me that you've got this lynch mob mentality, which I am certainly not going to join. Get Shinseki. And you're hearing cries from people on Capitol Hill, mostly Democrats, but also Republicans, who know nothing about the VA, who never served in our military, and who suddenly, in an election year, have discovered that we have disabled veterans. And they're calling for Shinseki to go. And you know what? They haven't bothered to check on how hard this guy has worked. Now, is General Shinseki perfect? As near as I can tell, Clayton, there hasn't been a perfect man walking this earth since Jesus Christ, and that's 2,000 years. But this guy is a wounded warrior himself, lost half his foot in Vietnam, and instead of doing what so many retired senior officers do, he didn't get out and take the millions working for defense industry. He took one of the most thankless jobs in Washington, trying hard and making real progress in fixing the VA, and now we blame him?
Well, I get that argument. I get that argument. You can hear, though, in some of this, right? We had General Casey on the show early this morning who supports him and says Shinseki should stay. He agrees with you in that. And I think you're right, Colonel. I think there is this move in Washington. They want to save face back home in their district, and it's easy to jump on a bandwagon than it is to take a deep breath and think through these things a little bit before jumping to conclusions. However, many are arguing, look, this all happened on his watch, right? Much of it has happened lately on his watch. We even have the report back in December, and yet nothing has been done, at least to the public. Has something been done, and shouldn't he be held accountable for that?
Yeah. Well, certainly positive things have been done. He's been trying really hard, Clayton, to fix VA. But, you know, it's unfair to expect General Shinseki in 5 years to overcome the results of a half-century of neglect and underfunding. Plus, we've got a wave of aging Vietnam vets who suddenly need care. Veterans from our recent wars have been kept alive by military medicine. In earlier wars, they would have died. They require higher levels of care. And by the way, the medical care itself is overwhelmingly very, very good. My vet friends are happy with that. The complaints are about the administrative side. And that administrative side is a problem throughout the federal government because of protections for civil servants that have gotten excessive, union regulations, procurement rules that don't let us buy good information technology. And look, you know, we can argue this back and forth forever, but I believe General Shinseki is the right man for this job at this time. Give him some more time. If you want to blame someone, blame the members of Congress who provide the funding and oversight for VA. Where have they been? And oh, by the way, I hate it when anybody politicizes veterans issues, Democrat or Republican. The VA was in worse shape during the Bush years. Shinseki's improved it. But suddenly, in a campaign year, it's an issue. And call me old-fashioned, but I believe that integrity is more important than popularity, and I stand by General Shinseki.
How much time? We got to get you out of here on this, Colonel Peters. Do you think he's going to go? Do you think that he'll be the fall guy for this?
Well, man, this guy's a hero just for taking all this crap. If I were Shinseki, I would have said sayonara a long time ago. If you want to blame somebody, again, blame Congress. The Obama administration hasn't really cared about veterans. Shinseki's been waging a lonely battle, and now we're attacking the guy who's done his best to fix the problem. That stinks.
Well, Colonel Ralph Peters, we always love having you here on the show, and some very interesting viewpoints this morning. We want to hear from our viewers this morning. Do you agree with Colonel Peters on this, or do you agree with those saying that Shinseki has to go? Weigh in FF Weekend there on Facebook. Colonel Peters, hope you have a good Memorial Day weekend as well.
You too. Thank you.